Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
Alright, let's do this. Alright. Hi everybody, welcome to the Burning Wheel, where we're all friends, and we are going to burn this fucking tavern down. Hi, all my wonderful players. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope if any of our wonderful viewers are here, I would be most happy to invite you to listen to this magnificent adventure, in which our players run a tavern, and they're bad at rolling resources. So, and I have a beautiful cat who will not. So let's go ahead and just get right to it. Playing the old theme song from last week because, gosh darn, Vincent was not here to experience it. It's good to have you back.
Thank you.
Indeed. Well, everybody, let's... Ah! She clawed me!
That's not all he missed.
Oh my
God. Are you okay?
No! This cat! I didn't pet her enough and she fucking...
Oh my God.
Ow!
This is about right how the stream starts.
That's the worst treatment that I get from the horses at the barn. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
You guys
Okay.
are my best friends.
Aw. Thank you, Ayami. Jeez. Hi, welcome to the forefront. Oh my lord. So, let's get right down to business. The Burning Wheel is all about your beliefs and how hard you're willing to fight for them. So I think it's a good way to start as we begin this session to sort of go from one individual to the next. Tell us about your beliefs and tell us about your character and what they've been up to. We'll go ahead and start with Marm. Why not? Start strong with the strongest.
Yes. Mom is very strong. By the way, if technology is kind of crazy tonight, I apologize to those of you viewing because I'm at my parents' house because it's almost my birthday, but technology wasn't working with me. But anyway, hi. I'm playing Marm, and Marm is a troll brood mother. She works at this tavern. She has a son named Malik, who she is very protective over. And lately, she's been a little bit worried because last session, there was an incident with these creatures. We don't know what they are. They're like weird experiment animal wolves that like don't have fur and are really disfigured and creepy. And they almost attacked Malik. And Marm's not having any of this. There was this princess lady, an elf princess, who came in and was like, "Oh, I'm here and I expect the best. By the way, let me bring all of these crazy creatures towards the tavern and have them attack people's sons."
Oops.
But yeah, other than that, Marm is pretty on edge this session. But yeah, that's me. It's nice to be here, guys.
It's wonderful, isn't it? Go ahead and read us your 3 beliefs.
Oh, yes. I still need to come up with, because I need to change one of my beliefs. So
we could actually start the session with that if anybody does have a belief that needs to be changed.
Yes, actually, if you guys would help me even in chat. So the first one is my son will be prepared for a world that is cruel to trolls, which is probably going to be really important this session. Number 2 belief is stability is hard to come by, so grab it before it escapes. The third one, which I need to change, even though I love it in my own personal life, it's not really doing Marm any good, is sometimes things that are expensive are worse. So we need to change that.
I feel like we do. Or we need to amend it, because I feel like you can use that third belief for something really good. The meme is toasty, but
the meme is toasty, but not belief material.
I don't know if it is. So let's actually think about that right now. What about the current situation do you want to change? Because if people don't know, last session we did have an elf princess show up on the doorstep and basically cause a lot of interesting things to happen within the tavern. What we begun to understood was that there are things in the Soundless Forest that are relentlessly hunting down magic and those who carry it. So we're sort of introducing this new element on top of everything else. So do you want your belief to be centered around that or something else, perhaps? Because you could still use that for something completely, in your own whatever you want.
See, and I think part of it too is I kind of want to make it a little bit about Marm's background, but then we need to also talk about which side the trolls or the troll army, if during the war they were fighting for a side,
That's
or
right.
what is going on with the trolls.
So we could have your third belief focus on war, or your position in the actual army that we haven't gotten into a whole lot yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So what can we surmise that down to?
See, and then this is another thing. So depending on which side of the war, since we've started the campaign, which has granted has only been a few sessions, elves have been rather troublesome for Marm. They haven't brought any good. She is very much of the opinion that they are, they think themselves superior and they are being dramatic. Because if you compare trolls to elves, trolls literally kill each other and enslave each other and are just a terrible species in general.
Well,
well,
Hey
it's
now.
true.
Hey now.
Trolls are that's what happens. But then elves, they have a very much more we are kin and we got to go through this together. And trolls, or at least Marm doesn't have that idea.
They don't stand in solidarity like the elves.
Yes, and Marm has absolutely no idea what that's like, what that kind of connection is like. It's just not something that she can really fathom, of being part of a big group and grieving because your race is dying. It's not you. If it's not your close kin, why would you care? You're just making more problems for everybody else because you're throwing a hissy fit about somebody of your race. See,
Oh my God, I got scared for a moment. Somebody is shaking a towel outside from their apartment window, and I thought it was like someone was falling. I got really scared. Anyways, we continue.
Oh my God.
All right, so we know this belief is about trolls and their role in the war. How is that connected to the current situation? Because you haven't had a real battle in a long time. I feel like all that stuff came rushing back. So what can we say? You didn't kill any of them. They were actually kind of quick. They kind of overwhelmed you. So what's something that you can say? Because we know you're a brute. We know you can take a hit, but if you can't keep them off Marm or Malik,
then
what's the use?
Exactly.
Do you still have your Matic?
I do still have my Matic. I really think maybe it should be something about...
You haven't been bringing it to work.
I haven't. Preparedness, I feel like.
What if this is now an aggressive belief? You are going to, in your spare time, ensure that the tavern and the cave you're in is safe. You're going to hunt down these fuckers, and you're going to kill them.
I like it. Okay. I will hunt down and kill whoever threatens family safety.
Here's the problem. You don't have the tracking skill.
I don't.
Guess who does?
Kisa.
So here's the second part of that belief. Regrettably, Kisa is the best chance I have of making this happen. And if you accomplish that and you're able to convince Kisa to do that for you, you can get a persona point. Because guess what? This game is all about completing your beliefs and the next step towards what that means for your character.
I like that.
All right. So
compromises have to be made for the safety of family.
Yeah, ain't that just the way? Indigo.
But
Let's move on to you. What's going on with Jago Reese? As I eat a Reese's.
As he eats the Reese. I apparently rat's a good meal. I don't know personally. Yeah, I had to do this whole study on it, or this paper on it when I was in college, and it was about the decadence of life in the world right now. And so I did this paper on this meal that these people put together down in LA, and the whole main course of the meal was rat. Okay, wow. And it was like this super decadent thing how they were eating rat as this meal. It's supposed to be like this, survivalist kind of theme or something.
Sort of like how grasshoppers can be seasoned really nicely and then cooked.
Yeah, I've eaten crickets before, at a local restaurant here in Seattle. But so anyway, there's this big uproar about it because the rats weren't wild-caught rats. They were locally sourced from a farm. And so the people were pissed off because it wasn't a true survivalist experience.
They were organic!
Because they weren't wild-caught rats. And
why
I'm like,
can't
why do you want to eat a nasty wild rat when you could get a farmed one at least? Come on.
It's organic, fuckers. God bless it. You paid $2 extra for that shit. Oh no!
We lost an ion.
No, my cams.
I know that happens to me almost every session, and I'm just
right.
like, okay, well,
this
you
is a good
half faces.
Yeah, let's deal with the faces for a moment. This is great.
Enjoy the half faces for a few moments.
I get it close up.
I know. Do I go to this side or do I go to this side?
That side.
This side?
Yeah, that side. That's wonderful. Vincent, if you go over to your left,
There
we can
we go.
kind of see your eye. There you go. Perfect. We can only see like the upper part of your face. Good job.
That's John.
He's just like,
and then there's
hi, Mom.
God, my cleavage is showing in
say hi.
Cam.
Where's Mom? Hi, Mom.
Everybody says hi, Mom.
Hi!
Mom.
She says hi, everybody.
You muted her.
So right now, I guess I'll just go through the
Yeah,
stuff
everybody go to another tab. Oh, God!
Oh, there she is.
We're back.
Look
Oh,
at
no,
her
the
face.
cams.
Look at her face. She's so
Sorry.
mad right now.
It's okay.
my internet decided to take a poop too.
Hey,
so-
there we go.
I think all of us are going to go through it by the end of the stream.
Probably.
I feel like that's. I had to even stop looking at the stream because my computer is it does not like the internet right now. So
We're 3 out of 5 for today. So we're
yeah. So
That is
so-
alright.
Jago Reese, he's definitely pretty upset about some of the developments that have come around. He's a little bit confused about this elf princess and what it's going to mean for the future of the tavern, especially considering this werewolf attack or whatever these creatures are that just attacked us last week. He's definitely
that
wondering
is loud.
what kind of trouble the elves are kind of bringing to their door. As far as his beliefs and the tavern is concerned, he's definitely concerned that he failed his Vinter roll to make the bramble wine. No,
Dandelion.
dandy wine. The dandy wine.
That's
I knew
Yeah.
Dandelion. That's
Those
what
are
it
the
Bramble,
best.
dandies.
Close
Um,
enough.
So he's definitely concerned about that because that's like his life. He's spent his whole life like
That's a
building up to-
rodent, like, passed down. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a rodent specialty like wine, So he's definitely feels like he's failed in that regard. So he's been really focusing on the dandy wine, trying to refine it and make it to be what it should be, So that kind of goes along with his beliefs, with the mead making skills and the dwarves cooking, best establishment in the territory, and then going back with the elf thing, my other belief is tavern staff and patrons are family, and I'll do what I can to help and support them. I definitely feel like I've been doing that with, protecting Kisa and now with this other stuff, even though I was.
But last session, you failed a steel test that took you out of the fight.
Yeah.
I did, and even though I was still supporting the team from my cowering place.
Yeah, is everything okay? Like, just like, nope.
My hinged trap door, I was peeking out, and I was still shouting.
Go away!
Yeah, I got bit by one of the creatures, but it's okay. You know, I'm good.
I'm protecting the dwarf. So anyway, yeah, that was pretty funny. And I think it's super funny that I have like this big belief that I'm gonna, defend my bar patrons, my bar family, and my bar staff, and all this stuff. And I have like this, what is it? I'm thick-skinned, and I'm also quick-blooded. But then I'm also skittish.
I was just about to say, yeah, you're skittish too.
I take insults really well, then I get mad about them. But if you really scare me, I'll run the fuck out. No.
He'll get mad first, and then he'll run.
He's definitely, or run and then get mad about it later.
Why did I run? Damn it.
I should have done this.
Damn it. So anyway, he's a fun character to play. So he is definitely kind of in a weird space as far as these things that have been happening. He really wants his business to succeed. Obviously, this is his home, it's his business, it's his life, and he feels like there's definitely a lot of challenges that have been coming along lately, and he's not quite sure if he's ready to meet them all. But he's also a cantankerous old rat, and he's gonna carry on. Talk softly and carry a big stick. So.
There you go.
That's kind of how he rolls.
Okay. Well, let's move down to Kisa. How goes?
Oh man. So she kind of started this whole mess. So yeah.
I'm not gonna blame anybody, but
shut up! You totally blame her. Let's be real. I mean, come on, guys. Let's admit it. Yeah, no. So. She totally started all this crap, but no, I play Kiza, who's the elf that's in question, besides the princess one. But yeah, she's basically here trying to make a living, trying to convince other people that, her race isn't all that bad and that they need to be saved. Because her elf race is basically being taken. So the way that it works is when an elf dies, they turn into what's called elderwood.
Elvenwood.
It's elvenwood. They basically just grow into a huge gigantic tree. And the humans, after the war, they're chopping down these elven trees and they are making them into wands for their magic. And that's basically murdering her entire race. So she's not very happy about it. So she's trying to get people to stop doing that and to make them realize that elves aren't that bad. And I had her beliefs, which kind of leads into her beliefs. Her first belief is that the adventurers don't know the harm that they cause my people. I aim to teach them and educate them about their wrongdoings in hopes of saving my dying race.
Man.
So yeah, there's that. So she also has this pact, she's thinking that, trying to form pacts with other races, like the dwarves, could potentially help, bolster their chances of survival. And that kind of leads into her second belief, which is a secret pact with the dwarves as a whole could potentially aid in the salvation of my race. So looking into this is a potential possibility. And then her third one is it's better to remain innocent than ignorant. So I think that one works for now, but I might end up changing it, but we'll see. I haven't decided yet. I might at the end of the session. But yeah, that's Kisa for you. She's a British elf who doesn't like when people mess with her family and her kin. So.
All right. Well.
I apologize for the British. That's probably not going to sound like British, but I'm going to try my best.
No.
So we'll see.
No, you got this. I just realized that at some point the cams got shifted, but now it's back.
Oh no!
So if you're good with those beliefs, then we can work on you guys have to fight for your beliefs. That's what she's. I mean, like I said, I haven't decided if she wants to change that yet. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. So we'll round it out with Vincent. Tell us about your this hardy dwarf.
Yes.
This hardy dwarf is Victor Halesby.
I love that name.
He looks to become the greatest cook ever talked about. And he's a former soldier, former adventurer, kind of just done with that part of his life. Did that at a very young age. Still at a pretty good age for a dwarf, but he feels like those kind of days are more behind him, and now his battles are with a big butcher cleaver, and a nice set of knives in the kitchen, working his wonders in an oven and on hot pans. So his beliefs are that food and drink is the greatest unifier. There is no judgment at the dinner table when the food is cooked to perfection, and Jago keeps those drinks coming.
Dang.
Another belief that he has is the dwarves are holding back the darkness. The humans must stop ignoring us and our warnings. And my third belief is our tavern is a beacon for adventure, but don't make our tavern your adventure. There will be consequences.
Okay, so let's recap what happened for you last session, because a lot of things happened. So this elven royal arrived, and then another elf arrived as well, but he went away for the moment to attend to other things as he got rooms. Her name is Seraphine. And when she arrived, she immediately focused her attention on Palak, who had his wand nearby on his person. And she kind of did this thing known as a doomsayer, or something like that. And it basically forced him to change one of his beliefs down to... Let me read it for you. Let me actually read what she doomed him. Which she basically looked at him and cast this horrific fate upon him.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what exactly that entailed after the live stream, and I completely forgot.
Elves have magnificent and terrifying powers. I must find a path.
Some of them.
I must find a path to lead me away from magic, for it is a horror to behold.
God.
Yeah, that was
intense.
Got changed,
yeah,
by the way, guys.
Now, here's the thing. She wanted her doom to be, he will peacefully and respectfully stop using magic. And she failed. So she got a little Galadriel. And it was a little louder than it should have been, and everybody had to make steel tests. You were busy banging away in the kitchen, I expect. Then there was... an attack.
I didn't have to make a steel test, right?
No, because you're an elf. You can.
I was not impressed.
Naturally. So not impressed that you just went into your little.
I ran and hid.
He turned tail and just bolted.
I dove into my little hidey hole.
To no help.
No help.
It's like, oh, that's an angry elf. Oh.
Fail a skill test and see what happens to you.
It was bad enough that even Marm was taken aback. She had to stop
everybody except Priyat, the rodin bad girl.
I forgot about that.
She was the only one that succeeded, and she was just
I totally forgot about that.
I've heard worse.
And, she has to deal with her. She has to deal with her partner being like a seer.
The priest rodin, Borny, she fled. She was like, no way.
She was like, F this, I'm out this bitch.
I prefer these help rituals from the comfort of my abode.
This is not God's work.
Seeing how the rodent folk do things.
So then Marm was like, I'm not hanging around for this. I'm going to go see my son. And she went out to the gardens, and it turned out there was quite a horrific sight. There were these creatures in the garden trying to sniff him out. They were sort of like strange animal humanoids, covered in patches of fur. and really oddly proportioned snouts, slavering. They looked rabid, and Marm basically went all out and was just like, wham, slam, I'm gonna crush you, except she didn't. And basically what happened next is Kisa walks out with her bow and arrow, goes, and kills like 3 of them instantly. One of them escaped, and along with it went the rest of them. It was about like, I think 9 in total, I think, or 7. And what happened next is
No, there was 7.
Seraphine basically was like, okay, this is weird, why are these here? And Palak came out because they were like, you're a magic boy, what are these? And he goes, well, they're creatures made by a wizard with powerful magic. And they're like, that's
Wizard.
are my best friends. And they're like, oh, that's not good. I think that's horrible. And he was like, well, it's illegal. You can't really do it because it's bad. We did that with the rodent. It was bad. Well, it's not bad, but we decided, that's not... Well, I'm not... I love Rodin. Some of my good friends are Rodin. And he got very awkward. And then... why am I telling this? Then he was basically like, okay, listen, the real reason I'm down here with my Inquisitor, who's my boss, and teaching me about magic, is because there was a rogue mage who escaped to the west, and she stole a staff, a really ancient staff of magic. And I'm not saying she's the one who made these things, but that staff is pretty potent, and that's why we're out here to search for her. But, there's all sorts of things in the Soundless Forest. These might be just, wild things, because another thing that happened was they had chains and collars around their neck that were broken. So that's really what happened last time. And we're kind of going to go ahead and skip ahead a few days. We'll say maybe 2 to 3 days. If you guys have anything you want to accomplish during that time, any tests that you want to make, because that's part of the Burning Wheel, is you get to declare what you want to happen with your character and with the situation you're in. So if you guys want to, you can go ahead and declare something.
I think I would have, wouldn't I? I kind of wanted to up my tracking to see if I could track these guys.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay.
Somehow.
So they are elusive. What's your tracking in that case?
Well, so I have it at a. It's at a. Well, it says it's at a 5 right now.
It's at a 5. Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, I think what's going to happen is it'll be against their agility, because they don't have stealth. Well, actually,
okay.
I don't think that's a versus test. I think we'll just roll against your tracking, and I'll set an obstacle for you. When do you start this? When do you?
I mean, as soon as we're done, with this, she's gonna be like, I'm going to track these things and see if I can figure out where they've been, or if they're going, if there's some kind of motive, or if there's something.
Okay.
So.
It's gonna be.
She wants to track them to see if they had a certain purpose, or if they're so she can figure out exactly what they are, or if they're part something, anything that'll give them clues as to why they're.
Did they have enough time during this attack to give any clues to who their target was, or what their intentions were?
Palak told you that they have special inscriptions inside their nostrils that allow them to smell magic. So they assume, he assumes that they were hunting Seraphine, the elf, because she's a powerful elf, from what you could understand. What's going to happen is she is going to leave and actually depart on her own mission that she has set for herself in light of these new events. So she leaves towards the Soundless Forest.
Okay.
Is she going to be protected enough on the road?
She assures you that if anything...
Is that our concern?
Yeah, she assures you that if anything does try to make a move against her, she's more than ready to slay them at the spot.
I love Gibbs,
but
Seraphine was
roll? Or are you rolling?
Oh no, you roll your tracking obstacle 3.
Okay, you didn't tell me what the obstacle was, so.
Yeah, I didn't. I got caught up.
I don't have any modifiers, right?
Unless you can fork anything.
Well, I'm also training in. Hold on. I'm training in Forster. I don't think that would work.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What about observation? Would observation help?
Yeah, I think so. Looking for things that are
Okay.
trying to keep themselves scarce.
Right.
What is your intent for
Right.
this? Do you want to find them, or do you want to?
My intent, I want to figure out if there's any clues that tell us, like, what they are or, like, why they came here. Like, basically what they're doing here in the first place. Like, why come to this specific location?
Okay.
So, that's what I want to figure out.
Okay. Obstacle 3.
So, I have one modifier then? Which
Yep.
one?
Because of your observation fork, which is fields of related knowledge.
Damn it.
Yes.
Can I re-roll those ones or no?
Unfortunately not. Unless you have a call on, which I don't think
Wait,
you do.
why is the obstacle 7? Did
Are
it
you,
double?
let me actually check. Have you learned tracking?
I started to.
Oh, then the obstacle is doubled.
Okay.
Okay, that's rough. Alright.
So how do I mark that? Do I just mark another circle or
Yep, mark another circle.
Okay.
You need 5 of them in order to learn this.
no? I'm up to 2.
So here's what's going to happen. You're not going to be able to find what their intent is, but here's what you will find. You are going to travel out from the tavern into the Soundless Forest, and the tracks are a little hard to follow. You can find out sort of the direction that they're going, but primarily it's rather difficult for you to gather how many there are at some points, because they appear to meet up with another pack, these survivors from the attack. And
Okay.
I believe what happens is they sort of elude you, but you do find along the path there is a corpse on the ground.
Oh God.
And it's one of these creatures. And you see that there is an arrow sticking out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is
Do
really
I
all you
recognize
see.
the arrow?
I think so, yeah. Do you want to inspect it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would I have to? Would that be observation?
Do you pull it out, though?
Not yet. Can I look at it first?
You
and
sort
then
of
pull it out?
examine the shaft of the arrow and the feather work. It looks, at least from the outside, similar to the one you found that had been buried in the tree.
Is it Elven? Would I know?
It is. You would probably have to make a roll, Fletcher roll, actually.
Fletcher?
Yeah, Fletcher. Do you want to try?
I don't have Fletcher.
Do you want to learn it?
I was thinking. I thought observation would work with this. But
Observation is sort of looking for things that are out of sight or hiding from you, things that are not immediately present.
let's learn it. Why the hell not?
Okay, so go ahead and start learning Fletcher.
So I add that to the practice one.
Yeah, at least I think
being learned.
being learned. Yes.
Yeah, you may have to
create suitable arrows. So
what is it? What is it based off of? Like
it's based off of perception and agility.
Perception. It only lets me do perception, so.
Oh no! Click the box.
I did click the box.
It should give you 2.
What do you mean, click the box?
There's a box next to perception. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So it's perception and what?
Agility.
Wasn't tracking perception and agility as well?
Let me actually double check. I feel like
Because I think we said that, but we couldn't figure out the box.
Oh, that's right. Tracking.
So-
No, it's only perception.
Okay, well, what about Elfwood Wise? I thought one of the other ones was.
Wise is perception. as well.
Okay.
Inconspicuous might be the one we're talking about.
Yeah.
Actually, I think. No. We'll use Fletcher. Fletcher is a good start for this.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
Because I would need that for arrows, right?
Yeah, you would. Sorry for the alerts.
Apparently the popo is coming after me.
Look out! Woo! You're hunting on federal lands.
Okay, so would I go ahead and roll Fletcher then?
Yep. Obstacle 1.
Okay, no modifiers?
And that would be...
I don't think I have anything.
Unless you want to use any forks for this.
I don't think I mean, the only other thing I would probably have is tracking.
I don't think tracking would fit, because you're trying to identify this arrow.
Would call the WoW, would it?
That's hunting.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That doesn't really relate to trying to tell if it's elven wood or not.
Okay, I don't have anything then.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
God damn it.
Oh no.
Oh, can I reroll that 6 though?
Yeah, spend a fate point.
Alright, so how do I do that again? I forget what the thing is.
Just roll a d6 from the dice roller, and get
So
rid
just
of
a
the fate
1d6?
point. Yep. You succeed.
So fate point, you said?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So did you do this immediately
What do you mean?
when you left? Did you start tracking like immediately?
Oh yeah, I told them I was gonna try and figure out where. I would have told them that I was trying to figure out where these guys would come from.
So
And
that's why your obstacle was 3.
Well, here's another thing is that I probably would have done that. Plus, I probably would have been like, "Hey, I'm gonna go get some more food too."
Okay.
So,
In that
do you
case,
want me to do like a hunting one? Or
yeah. Go ahead and get your hunting
well?
check set up. The obstacle is going to be.
So would that be bow?
That would be Call of the Wild.
Call of the Wild. Okay.
Yeah.
And is there any? I guess I don't have any modifiers for that either.
You could add bow, I would expect.
Oh, I was
No,
also.
wait, you don't have tracking. Never mind.
I'm learning it though, but I don't have it.
Yeah, you can't start working until you.
Well, I do have bow, right?
You do have bow.
Can I also use observation to see if I can spot any animals that are trying to hide?
Absolutely, that sounds good.
So would bow work too? Or?
Yes, I would say so.
Okay.
Okay, obstacle 3.
Damn it! Can I spend another fate point to reroll at 6?
Yes, you can.
Well, you said obstacle 3. Why is it obstacle 4 in there?
Oh, because of the wound. You didn't take time to rest, so.
I did too. Yeah. Well, no, because I healed it. Remember?
Yes, but that means it goes away in like a certain amount of time. We sort of.
But you told me that within an hour I would have healed it.
Yeah, this is
because of my good rolls last time.
That's true, and because of Seraphine's rolls.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and say, yeah, sure. So we'll go ahead and say this is a success.
Okay.
Get rid of that.
I could reroll it. Where are my wounds at? Can I?
Combat. And then there's that right there. We can get rid of it. How do I get rid of it? I don't know. How do I get rid of it?
I don't know.
She's healed! There's no more injury! Injury recovery.
Let me unclick it.
One. I don't understand!
It won't let me click it.
Second one gives another. Alright, let me try to.
Okay, we'll fix it. We can fix it later.
Yeah, luckily, you will be getting some game, and you are going to realize that the arrow.
So I would have succeeded on that.
Yeah, you succeeded.
So I didn't have to spend a fate point.
No,
did I?
You did not.
Okay. I wanted to make sure.
And Call the Wild.
Okay.
That was another routine. Let's go ahead and do that. So yeah.
Oh.
You
Sweet.
that's what we got.
Did you already mark the routine, or do you?
Yeah,
want
I
me
already
to?
did. I don't know why I'm playing because
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out the gosh darn.
Yeah, I know.
wounds.
I know. Yeah, it's hard.
Okay.
Bo was routine as well, wasn't it?
No, you didn't roll bow.
Okay. See, I didn't know how that.
Yeah,
works.
forks don't get a test for it.
Fletcher, I didn't. Did I roll Fletcher? Yeah, I
You
did.
already did, and you succeeded.
I just marked it.
Yeah, so this arrow is definitely Elvenwood. The trouble with that is it's black. It's this black wood. And do you remove it from the corpse?
Yes.
Make a power check.
Hold on a sec. I just spelled that wrong.
Really?
Oh, go.
Give me 1 second. I'm writing stuff down. Oh my god, it's a Doge!
Hello? Hello?
Okay,
Uh-oh.
what am I rolling again? Sorry.
Whoa.
Power?
Go ahead and roll your... Oh, you're not rolling any... Oh, wait, yeah, power. Roll your power.
Yeah.
And there's no modifiers for this.
What's the obstacle?
Obstacle 3.
Ugh. Oh my god, my power is 3. Can I add a persona point to this?
You can if you want.
Oh god.
If you think it's worth
I'm gonna
it.
add a persona point. Yeah.
Right.
Because I only have 3 in my power, so.
Yeah,
And the base is 3,
exactly.
so I'm gonna up it. Oh god.
All right. Obstacle is 3. It's going to... Because I haven't been able to get the wounds gone, that'll be... We'll get there.
We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah.
So that's without the wound, though.
No, that is obstacle 3. So for some reason, it actually did it correctly.
No, because my wound is still on there.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it says minus.
It says wounds 1.
Oh, okay, hold on. Oh! Okay, there we go. I fixed it. There's an invisible button. Okay, so you roll 1 more dice in that case. Because you're supposed to have 3 dice.
1d6?
Yep, just 1d6. Failure.
Yeah.
That was a failure?
Yeah,
Yeah, 2. Yeah.
you got it too. So you only got 2
Oh, was I
successes.
re-rolling that?
No, it just we rolled another d6 because it accidentally removed 1 from your dice pool.
Oh, so you didn't want me to click the button and redo it?
No, I just wanted you to roll 1d6 because you already got 2 successes out of
Well, actually, okay.
Because no, you're just missing
Yeah,
1
no,
dice.
no, I
so,
failed it. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
So I need to put that on there.
and that was a difficult check for your power, so that'll be useful in getting that up.
Yay.
But so here's what's gonna happen. You already have one of these.
Yeah.
This second one, when you sort of try to yank it out, the creature's chest sort of comes out with it. It's hooked into its ribs, and like. You can't, like, eventually you pull enough so that you realize it's wedged in there. This thing is the same hooked barb that basically you can't get it out of this creature's, like, flesh and ribs. It's literally wedged into the bone. So that even if you try to get it out, wiggling it will break the shaft. So eventually, like, as you try to get it out, you realize, well, shit, I broke it.
Yeah. I mean, can she take the broken arrow with her?
Yeah, you can. You can't get the head though. The head of the arrow
No,
is stuck.
she doesn't care about the head. She cares
Okay.
about the fact that it's Elvenwood.
All right. So you snap off the wooden shaft of the arrow and you sort of pack it away. And from there, you go hunting and you do get some more game, I'd say. Is there anything else you want to do while you're out here?
Let me look here. So, so Bo was checked off. Fletcher was checked off. My tracking was checked off. Would I wouldn't have to do anything with my forester, would I? With this.
With Forester? Like what?
So apparently at the bottom of my sheet I have Call of the Wild and it says Forester routine. And it says I practiced 3 hours a day for 6 months. I don't remember what that was.
That is the rules for learning Forester without rolling dice. This just means that you're getting more familiar with the art of forestry.
Okay.
That's something that we'll like. We'll like it's happens automatically, basically.
Oh.
But it's not something we need to give too much attention to.
Okay,
until
that's
it
fine. Then
starts
I think I'm done then.
Okay. Oh wait,
So,
Call of the
yeah,
Wild,
sorry.
Forester.
I don't mean to hog
okay.
everybody's
No.
time.
That's the type of skill. That's the type of skill. And you already have that skill, so you're just trying to get like tests for it. Really, that's what practice is.
Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, I'm good then. I'm gonna give other people.
Okay, so what's happening back
pretty much together this whole time.
What's happening back at the tavern? Because she's gonna be gone for like maybe a day or so.
Oh, really? That long?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you tracked these things. Like they left, and
Okay.
when you lost the trail, they're at least like a long ways away.
I guess if Victor's going to gather everyone in the like right up front of the bar, and be like, "So, what happened out there?"
Oh boy.
I was working on a new dish that might actually save us a lot of money. So,
Do you remember the rich elf, the princess
Seraphine.
person who came
I
in?
heard the mention. I was like, yeah.
We think she maybe unintentionally brought whatever those were here. They were following her. They were some kind of experiments. Jago would know more about that than I would. Not happy.
What, do we have to put up a fence or something to keep these out? What do we need to do?
I don't know if a fence would help against these kind of creatures. They're made by wizards. The humans have done it again.
You told me that once, eh? Yes.
They're responsible for making all the rat folk.
And now that they're doing something else, at least someone is. Listen, I know it's a problem, but as long as we can keep it the hell away from our tavern, we should be okay. All right.
Oh, I'll keep it the hell away from our tavern.
All
Swear,
right.
I will kill. Go on.
Okay. All right. So, game plan for making money. All ears.
Well, then.
Get more humans in here without elves messing with everything,
Okay.
chasing them out.
Okay, I like that. Good. Progress. Plenty. Alright, how about you, Jago? Got anything, I was thinking maybe, go around the farming community and make ourselves known a little. Say hello to everyone in person, you know? We take a little pieces of shepherd's pie and maybe some of that dandelion of yours or something and give out some samples.
Think maybe I would
Get them hooked on the good stuff.
think I'd rather start him off with a nice mead, something that I've had a chance to perfect its crafting.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that dandelion went over pretty well the other day.
Gave Marm a kick.
I feel like it might be a little too strong for the average human constitution.
I feel like humans are going to be fine. It's the rodent who aren't expecting the kick that might have a little bit of a problem.
I Still perfecting the recipe a little.
Take your time with it.
Needs a little more honey.
But speaking of,
A little less dandy.
Yes.
A little less candy, a little more wine.
so I'm thinking, we go out and we put on a pretty face. You know, Marm, that other face that you have, and you know, we go out, we give some smiles, a couple of little pieces of hello, how you doing, and come to our tavern. We gotta get them to taste our food and taste your meat and get them to want to come down here.
I guess I could do that. However, I will need some time. It's come to my attention that I might not be as prepared to kill things as I normally would.
Oh.
I didn't. There's back there.
Oh.
Not one.
Hey, you know,
That's not like me.
sometimes this, you know, this life in the tavern, you know, you forget how to swing things. It's okay.
No. I don't think you understand. I didn't kill them. And they were near Malik. Do you understand?
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to need some time, preferably with Malik, to get in killing mode again. That will not happen again.
Okay. Well, if you want to learn how to swing a hammer, more than happy to teach you.
Oh, I actually have the hammer skill, guys. What?
Oh man, can we have a fight?
Well,
Let's have
we
a
just gotta get you a hammer and you're gonna be good to go.
I got the hammer skill. I've also got Matic.
Yeah, dude. Maddox good, but hammer is. You got a big enough hammer though, Victor?
My hammer is quite substantial, thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
Oh.
What?
I'm really trying to stay out of this right now. I went straight down.
Can we talk more about economics?
Well,
please?
listen, amongst dwarves, it's more than above average of hammer, okay?
Wise choice.
I'm
Wise
really
choice.
trying to stay out of this right now.
Are you sure?
Okay.
Rodents have no competition here.
We're out.
So yes, I'm on board with this plan to.
Actually, field mice are known to have the biggest hammers around. Pound for pound.
Dwarves are known for their hammers. It's mainly the girth.
For the
You know,
love of God.
we have a big
yeah.
grip, you know, and it's the girth of it that's really
Yeah.
Fat head on that
big.
thing.
Oh
fat head
my
of the hammer.
God.
I mean, it makes
Are we
sense.
talking about hammers anymore? We're
Yes,
talking about
yes,
something.
we
No,
are.
of course we are. What
talking
else
about
would we
hammers.
be
What else
talking
could
about?
it possibly be?
Definite
Yeah.
hammering skills.
I mean,
Massive hammer skill, yes.
Uh-huh.
Is it what? No. Oh God, I will not do that.
Oh god.
I was about to say something really messed up.
We're gonna take it right from hammers to
No,
unknown
not
territory.
getting in trouble with.
like bandhammer.
No, I'm not doing that.
Definitely
I'll tell you guys
ban.
after
So-
because I am not
Yeah,
sharing it
please.
in public. Oh my God. So
So,
there is a knock on the side of the door of the tavern, and vroom, you see a large figure standing there. It is a robed man, but the robe is sort of made of this black leather that sort of crowds around his form, so you can't really tell just how big he is. But he has these fine buckles that sort of bring one side over here to his other shoulder that keep it strapped tight. And you notice that he also has this staff in his hand, with intricate carvings and a winding top.
Mom kind of looks him up and down. and kind of calls upstairs, Palak, hey, someone's here for you.
Hey, I didn't touch anything. I didn't move anything.
I know. I kind of gesture towards the gentleman. I'm assuming. I turn to the gentleman. I'm assuming he's yours.
Hi. And the man's face begins to soften a bit, and he smiles. His square jaw is peppered with this fine gray hair, and you could see he's still got some color in the large mane that he carries, but there's clearly some vigor left in his old age, and. Yeah. He also very finely trimmed. For someone who just went into the Soundless Forest, he has no mud on him, no tracks on his boots, and quite clean and well kept. And he gives a nod. And,
by the way, at this point, Marm looks like Bulba. She's not in troll form. She's in the witch skin form. So
okay, alrighty then.
Oh, Victor says, well, feel free, take a load off, grab a mead, grab some food.
Absolutely. Thank you. He walks in, sort of points to a table at Palak, and Palak goes, yeah, it's good to see you, Inquisitor. I hope your trip went well. And you see the Inquisitor nods, sets his staff on the floor, except it doesn't, tip over. He just stands it straight up, and it remains there.
It's like a hurricane.
And he gives a nod and says, yeah, it was, we'll call it productive. Could I, let's see. Some sort of specialty. What do you have?
Well, we got us a few different kinds of mead. We got us a nice sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla?
Of course, we got dandelion recipe I'm working on, but it ain't quite ready.
Well, alert me when you have that dandelion ready. I've been to a farming community a little further west of one of the cantons. It was lovely. It's north from here. You should see if you can get some fresh supplies from them. I certainly have it once it's ready, but a sarsaparilla does sound lovely.
We do have some on tap now, but it's got quite a kick to it. Made it a little too potent.
I'm afraid I don't need a kick. I need something to settle me down.
Yeah, let me grab you one of these nice meads back here. Turns around and pours a nice big stout mug of
course. And it's kind of walk. And of course, you're looking to have something flavorful along with such a delicious mead. Say no more than one of my shepherd's pies.
Shepherd's pie.
It is the house specialty, sir.
I must admit, I don't have commoner food. I'm used to the city life, unfortunately.
There's nothing common about this pie.
Oh, I expect it to be rustic, at the very least.
It is from Mama's kitchen.
Is he human like Palak?
Except he's not a mama.
He is human, yes. And he sort of looks over to you, Victor, and he says, interesting for Mama's cooking. Is that who you learned from?
I learned a little bit from mother, a little bit from father, but it was more from an artisan. Studied under him for a while.
I believe he went to one of them fancy cooking schools.
Well, I cooked when I was a soldier, and I became a chef after that.
A good retirement. I approve.
Well, when a person gets older, they just want a nice glass of mead and something good to eat and warm their old bones.
Speaking of which, please retrieve the food.
And look
Okay.
over at the dwarf like, how's this gonna go? What's the reaction
You
gonna
don't
be?
have an elf waitress.
Boba.
Yes, of
I'll
course.
get cooking.
Let me know when it's done. Are you going to be staying for the night?
Yes, I believe I should have a room ready.
All right. I'll be right on that. Goes upstairs to get a room ready while food's cooking.
Victor just kind of ties off his apron, starts strutting toward the kitchen.
Before Marm leaves, though,
Salt.
or before Bulba leaves, I want
He
want
does
her
stop
to-
you. He does stop you, Bulba, and says, "Salt, please.
sorry. I'm sorry?
Salt."
Oh, yes, of course.
Can be a little salty at times, but she's pretty nice.
Actually, she's walking away, and as he stops and says salt, she stops for a second, not facing him. And if you could see her face, you could just see it like,
How dare you one word command me?
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
yes, of course,
Hey,
salt.
Padawan.
I'll let the cook know right away.
What's the server's favorite thing?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And when she says the cook, the dwarf kind of stops in his tracks, and he goes,
Oh,
chef,
it was there.
the chef. My apologies, Master Dwarf.
Yeah, if only Kiza was there.
Suggest the salt
kind
to
of
the
like
dwarf.
stretches out his apron a bit,
So, is there anything?
continues on to the kitchen.
I'm gonna grab a broom and start sweeping around, kind of near their table. Not trying to be too obvious, but close enough. Possibly over here.
Because clearly that's not obvious at all.
So one of the few things that happens is
sweep up around here, Kisa.
I want to see. Victor, are you going to just serve them the regular shepherd's pie that you've sort of like made to last, or are you making something new for them?
Ooh.
Well, the made to last stuff it was more like a stew, like
Yeah.
just like
That's right.
a constant, like a sort that we can dish out for the
We're
week.
trying
You
to
know,
stretch our resources.
So do you want to try to use your cooking skill to say this is going to be a pie he's going to love?
Ooh.
Kisa
Yes,
brought
definitely.
that venison back last week.
yes,
That's
about
right,
to
it's
make
fresh.
some more, too.
yes.
Okay,
So I might make
A venison pie.
that's going to be.
I can't eat it. I'm a vegetarian, but
I
I'm gonna
actually
eat it.
might make a mix of a mince between the shepherds and the venison. Ground them both down and make a new shepherd's pie along with those.
So in that case, what I'll need from you is what's your cooking?
It's 5.
Obstacle 4 to really
Alright.
impress this
Ooh.
guy.
All right. So for forks, I have herbalism, grain-wise, because I'm looking to maybe put, I guess, a little bit of some kind of a grain within the meat.
Ah.
Give it a little bit more hearty flavor.
So it's not all just meat and
Give it some
goop.
hops.
Yeah. And then I guess I could fork a brewer in there as well, and maybe put in one of Jago's wines along with the mince.
Just steep it in wine.
There you go, there you go. Anything else you got for this?
Let's see.
And tell me your intent for this test.
My intent is to get this human to really take dwarven cooking a little bit more seriously than just rustic. I want him to think, wow, okay, there is something a lot more than the word rustic.
I wasn't sure how that was going to fly with the dwarf. I mean, that's good as a
rustic.
compliment, but also a little bit.
It's like, no, let's try perfection.
I'll show you what rustic is.
So yeah, he takes a little bit of like a challenge, like rustic. Okay.
That's good. Rustic.
I love Jordan's
Quiet.
suggestion. Just
Chop
put
in the
alcohol in
onions.
whatever you make.
So let's see.
I mean,
Can I do that? I mean, can I go into the kitchen and offer him some like a dark meat?
Would that be helping dice?
It would be helping dice, yeah. What do you do? Tell me what to do.
I'm going to use my mead maker or mead wise. Let me check.
All right.
Abby, do you have anything you want to help with?
She can taste it.
I do have wine tasting.
Yes.
I don't know if that counts. That's a stretch, I think.
If you're serving mead, it would not work. If you were serving wine, or if you were putting wine into cooking, I think it would.
What if I have Marm try the mead before I take it to the dwarf to see if it has the kind of flavor that you know these beings might like?
Yeah.
I love this. Like, I'm not even a part of this. I love it.
Does
like
that bring it in less of a stretch, maybe?
He did say he wanted something to settle with, not something like kicky. So if Marm can stand it with her aversion to alcohol, maybe that's the right skill to help with.
Yeah, she might taste it and go, this is too weak. Sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
It's terrible. We go, it's perfect.
Because that's what happened with the dandelion. If it's sweet and like,
Yeah, she's like, I love this, and I was like,
I love this. It's got such a nice. What's it called?
je ne sais quoi.
Acidity.
So I have brewer and meadwise, so I feel like either one of those would be worth the help.
I say meadwise. Meadwise is good.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
So that's one. Can I
one for
have
each
Marm?
of you. Yeah, one for each of you. Victor, whenever you're ready. Obstacle 4.
I say I got nothing. Because I'm not
many
even.
How many dice is that for you, Vince?
I believe.
Total of 5 along with my forks. So that would be a total of 10 dice.
Damn.
Fuck. Or poop, yes.
Burning wheel. Oh, forgive me. Forgive me.
What'd you say?
Fuck. Oh no.
Oh, my bad.
I'm at my family's house.
And my obstacle is...
My mom is right up the stairs.
So not bad language, Abby.
Shit, dude.
There we
Oh,
go.
there's
How's that for a rustic?
Jesus Christ. Oh my
I love
god,
it.
look at all those. Right?
Bro.
Better than my rolls.
You got 7
Yeah, mine too.
successes on
Holy
the
crap,
cooking
look at all
test.
those 6s.
Yeah.
He's got 5.
You know what? I'll spend a fate point to pop those 6s
Are
too.
you kidding me? Don't what?
Do it.
This human, I'm gonna ruin his taste for all food except dwarven food.
Okay.
That's such. Oh my gosh.
Burning
God,
fate
that
point. Why
sounds
not?
just like him too.
He's burning 4 6s.
Are you serious?
He wants some more successes.
You just want to rub it
Yes!
in
Use
this
the paint.
human's
He
face,
is
don't
Gordon
you?
Ramsay, a dwarf Gordon Ramsay.
Yes.
That's
You have to
exactly
use
what
the
it is.
paint.
You know what? For him and I were talking about this last week, and I was like, "You are legit a dwarf." He's like, "That's exactly right."
Instead of
He's
fate
like, "That's
point.
what I am." I was like, "You let me guess. You got it." He was like, "That's my inspiration." I was like, "Oh my
Is it-
I
god."
love it.
Is
so
it
much.
one fate point to re-roll all the 6s, or is
Yes,
it one
it
point?
is. Just one fate
Yeah, just
point.
one.
Oh my god. Only one
Got an,
success, though.
got an extra one. I'll
Hey,
take it.
not bad.
Total
That doubles
8.
the obstacle.
So you got twice the
Not
obstacle.
bad.
Mark down a routine test.
Yes.
Oh my
And
god.
Amazing.
we still need Bulba to bring this out. Bulba, you bring the salt first or after?
I bring the salt
She's bringing the salt.
first.
Every week.
Yeah. I bring the salt first and I kind of set it on the table. Go and make the things. But before I leave, I also want to be like, I want to talk to, oh my gosh, not Priyat.
Borny.
Borny?
No, kid.
Malik.
Halleck.
Malik.
Jesus
Oh, Halleck.
Christ.
Halleck with a P.
There's too many names.
Halleck. Okay, okay. What do you
Too
want to ask
many
Halleck?
names.
The next character is Salak.
I just wanted to
Halleck.
remind you to
Halleck.
maybe ask about the
Halleck.
incident we had a couple of days ago in the back. I am very worried about it. Pal.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
Why? It's not funny. Why am I?
They're both looking at you.
Excuse me, Phallic. I mean, Phallic.
The immaturity level.
If you could ask about the little problems that we had a couple of days ago with the attack, I just am worried that it might happen again. Just a reminder, sweetie, as I kind of set my, like, pat his shoulder, I put the salt down, and as I walk away, it's the same thing, like, really, really nice around the people. As she's walking back, she's like,
So you see the Inquisitor sort of screw off the top of the salt shaker, and he hands it over to Palak, and Palak takes it, and with sort of this like, she put pressure on me, he begins to pour salt around the table.
okay.
And then he sits back down after he completes the circle.
Could you see I just got done sweeping up over here?
It's all right. We'll let you clean this up once we finish our conversation. And our lunch. This is lunch.
That would have been the wrong thing to say to Kisa.
He walks away
Just gonna put that out
carrying a
there.
broom, just grumbling to himself about disrespectful humans. Not loud enough to be heard, but he's good.
He gets the meal. He talks with his mouth full because, gosh darn, he actually starts wolfing it down eventually.
Is this all happening while I'm gone?
I want
Or-
you to come back.
Steps
I
into the
want you
kitchen
actually
and
to
just
come
kinda-
back now.
I want to come back now. Okay.
Yeah, as he
That'll be
sort
fun.
of says to Pat, like, well, if that's the case, then we should reinforce.
I'm gonna walk in at this point, with the game intel, and upon seeing the guy, I'm gonna just kind of narrow my eyes, and I'm just gonna be like,
His back is to
kind
you,
of
by
like,
the way.
What?
His back is to you, and you see Palak, his eyes go wide, and he goes,
And she kind of like glares at him too. She goes, I'm assuming that this is the lovely Inquisitor. And like you can just like hear like the poison like dripping from her mouth. And she goes, how nice of you to join us. And she just walks towards the back to give the meat to
Victor.
yeah.
Inquisitor
She
actually...
goes, I'll be with you in a minute.
This is the person that sent this guy with the elfwood wand, right?
Wait, what?
Yes.
The Inquisitor is the person that this guy's been waiting for, Pelek's been waiting for with the elfwood
Yeah.
wand. You know that?
Yeah.
Yep.
This just went in a bad direction.
I know.
Oh yes.
And besides that, Kisa's talking like a vampire, so that makes it extra scary.
He doesn't really react. He just gives a nod, complacent, and he has
Did
cleaned
he
out. He saw you, yes,
So he knows I'm an elf.
yes.
Okay.
He finishes the pie, no problem. Finishes the mead, and says, "With all this going on, I feel like we should try to get the sheriff to visit." Because with all this going on, it certainly seems as though we need to have a presence out here. This is a better place than any I could think of.
At this point, Kisa's gonna walk out of the back.
Well, yeah, but we already spent so much money on the room. I've been holding it for like more than a week. And he says,
She comes over to. So she's gonna come over. Kisa's gonna come over to the Inquisitor, and she goes. She kind of like glares at Palak, and then kind of like back to the Inquisitor. And she goes, "Oh, so nice of you to finally join us after we've heard so much."
"Oh, I would hope so. It's
And she slams the arrow down in front of him. that she
Oh
found.
no, honey.
all right."
And she goes, so, I'm sure you know what this is, yes?
Huh. He looks at it. And
Do I notice this from across the way?
You do, but
I
it. You notice it just as he sort of reaches out and says, "May I inspect it?"
Oh, by all means. I mean,
I
your
definitely.
people have already, taken it from us, so why not?
He takes it, looks over it, sort of strokes the feathers lightly, and he actually brings it up to his nostril, sort of sniffs it a bit, puts it over, inspects the craft, and he says, "Well, actually, no, this is not college made."
Do you know what kind of wood this is made out of?
Oh yes, it's elven wood. The color is off. We haven't seen many black elvenwood trees. I've certainly not seen one, but I've certainly heard of them. But the script is not of the arcane nature that we are used to. This is elven script, actually. It looks like it's a song.
She's kind of like taken to the back of that, and she goes, "Do you read it? The language, I mean."
I'm versed in it, but it's probably not my place, since you found
Do you
it.
speak it?
Speak it? I imagine I could, but it certainly would not evoke any power that you would if you spoke it, I imagine.
You do
If there is any
realize-
power in it, the script is a little explicit about killing. If I had the arrowhead, I could understand more about its nature.
Well, unfortunately, I couldn't find the arrowhead because I was lodged in some sort of creature that apparently one of your filthy mongrels has been creating. Hedge
Yes.
wizard, if I am so inclined as to.
Unfortunately, that is something that does not happen often.
Clearly.
The woman we're hunting beyond the Soundless Forest, I doubt she would have time to have created these things, even with the staff that she escaped with. I imagine this is a different wizard entirely.
Do you mean this staff?
Oh no, that's mine.
Do I notice what that staff is made out of?
Oh yeah, it's definitely elven wood, and it's definitely written in arcane stuff. It's got all sorts of inscriptions. You also see that it is standing straight up. It does not falter or tip one way or the other. It's just simply standing at about 6 feet.
The dwarf calls out to Kisa. Hey, Victor, he goes, "Kisa, I need a word, please, in the kitchen."
I'm a little busy, dwarf.
Bulba is going to walk out.
It concerns your employment, so I think you might want to make time.
She hesitates,
Ouch, indeed.
and she goes, "That'll be 1 minute." And she kind of like
He
glares
he
at both him and Palak.
he says, "Oh, hold a moment. This is yours," and he holds the arrow back to you.
She goes, like, she'll narrow her eyes and she'll snatch it from him and she'll sneer at him and then she'll walk into the back.
All right. What do you do? What do you do,
And Victor
Victor?
gets back there. Well, oh, great, you've made it back. It seems you are employed yet another day. Congratulations.
What do you really want, Victor?
I wanted you to get the hell away from the Inquisitor. That's what I want you to do. And it seems I have succeeded.
I need to find out who the... No, I need him to read him. I need... And
Can I
that's
walk
it.
back there too?
He told me things
Yeah.
about that arrow that I found that I didn't know. And I know he knows more.
Yes, Kisa.
Most likely, but we don't know him.
Could
Don't
be
have
trouble.
to know him.
Let's get to know him over a period of some time. He already likes my cooking. Let's find out what he knows, okay? But let's take our time with this.
He
We
could be
don't
trouble.
have time. My race does not have time, Victor. We've
Race
been
is
over
nothing
this.
but time. You're the oldest race around.
He's
Yes,
already-
and we're dying.
He's already talking about bringing the cops around here. We don't need no trouble from them.
Yes. Which is why I don't understand.
What is not going to help this situation, Kisa, is if you offend him and think that there is a reason to bring
He's
more
already
humans.
offended my entire race.
I know he has.
You can make a
But
lot.
so has every other human. You need to look at this logically. We need to get information from him. We are more likely to get information from him if we are polite. Now,
If
you
you
do
want
not
to
have to
change-
speak to him.
If you want to change people's minds, you're going to have to come at it at a different angle. That scowl that you have on right now, that doesn't work.
I'm a troll. I'm a troll, and I'm telling you to be calm. This is not how this is supposed to work.
This Inquisitor can cause us a lot of trouble. He's got power to pull all kinds of strings against us.
So far, we've made a good impression. Let's keep it there, okay? We're already down in the hole with the money situation. We need someone of his clout to maybe speak well of us.
I know what it
People
means.
here.
I know what it means to see him walking in here with that Elfwood, standing up in the middle of the place like he don't give a good goddamn about nothing. But we gotta approach this with caution.
Hey,
No, you don't know, Jago. None of you do. And until you see what he's done to my people, the way that he's making them into those stupid wands and staff, you can't tell me that you know exactly what's going on, because your race is not dying.
Okay.
Your race is
this-
not being used for wands or for staffs. And she, slams the door and goes upstairs.
Oh, I was so close to literally... Marv was so close to slamming you against a wall and giving you... and giving you a talk about Malik and what lost... Okay. No, it's good. She's upstairs.
Jago's definitely pretty upset about this too, because the rodent race has been severely harmed by humans as well. So
Well, yeah, but she's a virgin now. And as she's walking upstairs, she's gonna stop, turn to the Inquisitor and just kind of glare at him or whatever.
somebody follow.
And she's like, I hope
Jago.
for your sake
I follow.
that you think
talk
about what you've done.
Maybe you can.
And then she walks upstairs.
All right, 1 second.
I go, Jago. Maybe you can talk to her.
Let me see.
I
something.
swear, all of you and your emotions...
Let's see. Jesus. Oh, that's a lot.
Oh, this
Okay,
is fun.
There is no time.
let me examine something I have really quick.
Do it.
What?
No, nothing. It's okay.
The Inquisitor.
All right.
Do the thing. The Inquisition has begun.
God. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Not in my bar.
Not here. Let's not start the Inquisition in our bar.
He's already tried to bring the coppers.
Yeah, right.
That's what you say, right?
What?
That's what you say, right?
I basically just say, I'm just I hope you know what you've done. And, she'll kind of look at the staff, and then she'll just walk upstairs.
Okay, in that case, nothing happens. You're good.
I kind of wanted something to happen.
Okay.
I wanted something to happen.
Right?
I follow up that with another mug of mead for each of them. I bring it over and set it on the table and enjoy your time here. Understand tensions are high because of these attacks, but I feel like there's a solution that can help everybody.
Oh yes, I'll be certain to put some investigation into that. I would want this place to be secure. If I'm to have, the sheriff, some other officials to drop by. If I could get the Reeve to visit, perhaps we could see about getting that wall back up. That would be one way of keeping them out.
I feel like some kind of security precautions would be of great benefit to us.
Well, if that's the case, I can have that wall up by the end of today, if you like.
Oh,
If you're willing to do me a favor.
what kind of a favor?
How much would it cost to rent out the common room for a large meeting?
Yes! Yes!
I'm sure we can find a nice rate that'll be comfortable for you.
Lovely.
How many in the party?
At least 10.
we could make accommodations for that.
Lovely. And from there, I would just need your assurance that things will be attended to. Perhaps some music, your staff, wonderful, to say the least. So long as they're ready and willing to help make us as comfortable as possible, I can meet the fee.
I feel like we can find some appropriate duties to make sure there's no shenanigans.
Thanks. All right then. Paddock, return to your studies, if you would. And I'll be a moment. I'm going to work on the wall for a brief second. And he exits, unless anybody has anything else to ask him.
Still as Bulba, I'm gonna go up to the Inquisitor. I know that I was vague before the attack of whatever these creatures. When you get the swall up, will that keep them out? I have a son, and he almost died, and that will not happen again. And this, Bulba's like cheery face kind of goes a little bit like stone-faced, unnaturally, like a little bit like.
All right. He sort of looks a bit surprised and says, "Oh, you have a son here."
Yes.
What's his name?
His name's Malik. He's 12.
Strong name for a 12-year-old boy. Well, you can be certain I'll look out for all of your... Each one of your... how do I say this? I'll be looking out for your safety while I'm here. You can trust that things will be steady, to say the least. And he sort of holds out his gloved hand and says, Inquisitor Velstadt.
Looks at him for a moment. Bulba.
Shakes. And you find that you have one cash dice in your hand.
Okay. One what?
It's basically like your own little like private helping dice for any resource checks that you will make.
Yes.
Okay. He will provide the payment for you, Indigo. That's going to be 3 helping dice. So put down 3 cash dice in your gear. That's a down payment.
That will help.
Yeah.
Later.
That will help, yeah.
And from there, he says, I do expect this meeting of ours will take a while to make. Gathering the appropriate people, making sure they can get there on time and safely. I would expect 2 weeks, perhaps.
2 weeks?
Yes.
I have a new friend.
It'll be a lot of work. I mean, we should be able to provide, if there's anything that you and your party need that either Jago or Victor can't provide, I will be around, and don't mind the elf. She's young and touchy.
Yes, I can sense she was particularly young. How did you come into her company?
Victor comes over and goes, "Hey, noticed they're kind of dirty. And she needed a job, so we gave her one."
That's kind of you. Not many people would give elves jobs like this.
Not me.
It does come with a few unexpected side benefits.
What are you insinuating?
I turned to Jago and I raised my eyebrows.
Hold on a second there. Whoa.
That kind of thing.
Yes, the hospitality of the Rodent is renowned. That's partly why I was eager to come here.
We'll make sure to have the room ready for you.
And I hope you enjoyed the pie.
Oh.
Will your party need rooms as accommodations as well?
No, I believe Palak and I already have a room. He's been holding it for me.
Yes.
We'll continue payment on that. Simply ensure that when the time comes, we'll have the rooms ready, as well as a clear common room floor here. That will be excellent. Spruce it up a bit if you can.
I
wanna make a good impression.
for you.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
They call me Jago Reese.
Jago. Lovely. Well, and I certainly want to know the name of the man who made such an astounding meal.
Oh. Well, you're too kind. It's Victor Hillsby.
Excellent.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure as well.
We've
sorry
also
about-
got a guard somewhere around here. When you see her, don't be alarmed. She's a troll. Her name's Marm.
a troll.
Yes.
Hey, she's a kind of our enforcer. On and off, she comes and goes.
Well, no wonder you people are comfortable here so far west. So close to the forest as well.
We don't really give her much of a schedule, because who's going to tell a troll what to do?
Not me.
Oh, you simply need the right bait is all.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
We give her food and drink and a few coins here and there, and it seems to satisfy her.
I'll be
Hey.
keen on meeting her as well, in that case. So, I believe we're all set here.
Oh, yes.
Oh, excellent. I'm going to inspect the town, make sure none of the buildings are going to fall down. I'll be working on that wall, alright? Rest assured,
Oh.
it'll be fixed.
That's appreciated. Thank you.
I
Yes.
believe you'll find the town's in a bit of disrepair.
A bit.
It's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
We're one of the few standing buildings left here.
Another husk left over from the war. Unfortunate.
It is.
What remains is enough to provide us with some comfort and stability, but if you could get the local magistrate down to maybe perhaps bring a little more business out this way, we'd might appreciate that.
I'm certain they could, and that's partly of the reason I would love to fortify this place. It must have been a grand estate during the war. It's unfortunate this has happened to it. Luckily, we do have the territory annexed, so I do expect the Reeve can make this visit if we can appoint a proper individual to look over it. There's not much of a town to have a mayor voted in, from the looks of it.
Oh.
You're looking at the population of us.
I have about 6.
I did notice there are a few other folks around. They're just guests, right?
Aye.
Yeah, we get a fair amount of travelers that come through here.
Travelers, adventurers, all different kinds.
Nobody seems to want to stay.
I wonder why.
I don't know if it's Troll Mama or the elf, but seem to be scaring off everybody that comes around here.
Oh, you should,
Excuse me. That was a very violent cough.
but you shouldn't.
Oh, you may be coming down with something, Volbach.
It's probably just the cool air. The
Yes.
winter was quite tenuous.
Yes. I'm very fragile to the cold.
Yes.
Jago does look a little more alarmed about this human woman coughing than he should be.
She coughs up this like fist-sized loogie.
It's like all black and green.
No.
That's nasty.
And
Troll lung butter.
But this place here, could use some fixing up. Maybe some locals to want to stay. Maybe make something of this place, like we have.
that'd be certainly up to help support this task.
I mean, the war must have decimated this place, much like the dwarven strongholds. After
I
the
never was
darkness
at the
taken.
dwarven front.
No, not many of your kind were. It was the screams. And then like the dwarf just kind of goes into like that 1,000-yard stare, and he goes,
Oh no.
Your face just fell so suddenly, and it was so like abrupt that it was scary, but also it was kind of funny because all of a sudden there
Yeah.
was
Oh, trust me,
The
he does
screams.
that. He does that quite a lot.
"What's
It's
among all
like the deer
that?
in the headlights look.
Great gems
Really?
like our tavern here is brought back."
Ain't that just the way?
It was the screams that still haunt my nightmares.
Oh God!
Yes.
All right.
Oh.
Well, here's what's gonna happen. He's gonna go outside, and I'm going to see what he can do about that wall.
Jesus.
Is he going outside towards the garden, like out
Yeah.
the way of the garden?
Oh
Okay.
God!
Yeah, he's going around the town.
Malik's
to do
out
this.
there.
Is
That's
there a
why.
gargoyle out there?
By the way, how is Malik doing?
Yeah,
How's my
look.
son doing?
He
I've
he's at
I've
the
been drilling
top
him.
of the building right now. He's being a gargoyle at the very top of the building.
That's good. Okay.
Okay, so let's see. This is magic. So let's actually see what Stonemason has to say. Oh wait, I actually need to look at the breath because he's using
Maybe.
art magic here.
Hmm.
So let's see. One test duration. Oh yeah, let's do +4 obstacle. Okay. All right. So that's 10, and then yeah, it'll be 11.
Da, 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 da.
Da, 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 da. He's gonna fork those. He's going to spend 2 persona points, and 12 is the obstacle. All right, he just barely made it. Okay, so he's going to
Wow.
get that wall fixed up for you.
Awesome.
Yep. And it's going to take a long time, but that wall is literally going to pull itself up out of the ground, and you see pebbles beginning to stack on each other, bit by bit, and then melt into each other until it's beginning to sort of fill in the cracks and build up the collapsed sides of everything. It's quite a sight. But that's going to be something he's going to be doing from for a while now.
Yeah.
It's going to take a few days.
Okay. Sounds decent. All right. In the meantime, Marm is going to try to do 2 things.
Yo.
One is going to be trying to make the place look as decent as possible for said guests.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I wonder what sort of skill that's going to be.
I think it's going to probably involve me learning a new skill, is what I'm guessing.
Okay. I might have to look for the appropriate skill.
It's okay. You can look for it, because I want to do that, and then I also want to practice with Malik to try to
Teach him.
teach like combat, basically fighting. Try to get him.
Oh, okay. Give me a nursing check.
Okay.
Jesus. Alrighty then.
Boom, boom.
Obstacle.
Sorry.
Obstacle.
Let me see. You're trying to teach him. I keep forgetting.
Like fighting and defense. basically.
Yeah. I'm trying to what is the rearing skill? Oh, that's what it is. Rearing. Okay, hold on. I gotta find that skill. It must be in the other book. Yeah, we're getting set on our last few rolls, everybody.
Woo-woo.
So.
Also, I've never used ditch digging.
Ditch
Eventually,
digging?
I'm gonna need to dig a ditch.
That's right. That is correct.
I mean, we do need to secure the garden, make it a little safer,
You make trenches.
Okay.
make it nicer looking, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
Alright, so it's in this book, actually. Ugh. Oy vey.
Is your son gonna sandbag our backyard? You building trenches and sandbagging the crap?
That's up to 4.
Building bunkers.
So,
I mean,
no.
You go out in the garden and he's just back there with a shovel, just building a big old bunker. Like, no, like, dude.
At this point, Marm probably wouldn't. Like, she'd probably be proud. She'd be like, "Yes, make yourself safe, son."
Just go ahead and give me an obstacle 2 nursing check.
Okay.
What is that skill called again?
Rear.
Rearing. Yeah. Let me find it in this book because I'm having trouble finding it.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. What was that?
Obstacle 2.
Okay. All right, I'm going to use brawling as a fork.
Okay.
No, why aren't you? There we go. Modifier 1. Earth and none. Base obstacle 2. Why didn't you do the thing? You were supposed to do the thing.
Do the thing!
Why? Okay, one more time. Okay, let's do... Sorry, y'all.
No, it's okay. Because I'm still looking for things. So 50. So this is just going to be a routine test. So yeah, that's good. He's good.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess I did both. So yeah, either way, we're good.
All right. Brawling, he gets another test for that. He needs 4 more until he learns it.
Yes.
All right. So, you also wanted to do a cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
I almost want to say that is either peasantry or servant-wise. Oh wait, no, not servant-wise. It's got to be something else. I don't know what. I almost want to say it's waitressing, but it's not. We might just have to make up a skill. Let's see.
well, I mean, wouldn't
What?
wouldn't cleaning be included in waitressing?
Maybe. Do you want to learn waitressing?
Sure.
Kisa could try and teach you.
You can actually give helping dice if you want, Kisa.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're all for it.
This is gonna be mad. Okay.
What skill does it use?
It use, will.
I also need some way to like get my will up a little bit because.
It's gonna be obstacle 3 at the very least.
Okay. Okay, so waitress, which is will, and it's going to be obstacle 3.
Yep. It's technically called waiting tables. That's the skill.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I have.
Yeah.
Can I intimidate the tavern to be clean? I'm just so intimidating that the tavern
No, you
is
cannot.
clean.
You cannot scare the dirt bunnies away.
She can't
What if
scare them
I
off all
dig a ditch and I just push all of the access into that ditch? I feel like that would help a lot.
I will not let you do this.
I always try. You have to let me try. All right. Anybody want to help me with making the place look nice?
I mean, I
was just
can
sweeping
I try and
stuff.
help?
Yeah, Kisa, you can help with your waiting tables.
Okay.
Does anybody else?
I was just trying to clean up and stuff, so.
Do you have a skill for it?
For cleaning?
I mean, I guess it's okay if you just use it as a Yeah, we'll go ahead and say you can have helping dice. That just means you won't be able to make any
I
checks.
could make a nice fire in the fireplace to add to the ambiance of the room.
That's actually, yeah, I'd allow that, yeah. Make
Okay.
sure the whole place is going to be warm during the night and stuff.
Yeah.
Where the dice, maybe.
All right.
All right,
So
I could use my my herbalism to pick the right kind of spices or fragrances
Are you
To,
really? Are you really
to
going to do
light
that?
up the room. Yeah, like mesh some good
It's just
potpourri,
like labor.
some good
I love
potpourri
it
for an
so
aromatic
much.
experience.
It's just like labor.
I am a 6 herbalist, so it works.
I cannot deny. Go ahead.
Yes.
Roll, darling. Roll.
Obstacle 2, right?
Obstacle 2?
4. Gotcha.
Wow.
There you go. It's going to be
Wow.
clean. From there,
Thank
is there... So you're going to be spending the rest of the general things. You just cleaned the tavern. What else can I say? I can't make it sound... I can't make it sound
Just straight up
epic.
say it.
I
Yeah.
can't make it an adventure.
She does a cleaning montage. That's what she
Yeah.
does.
Like how
Well,
moving
everybody
past all the
does.
cleaning
Each one of them
montage.
starts
Yeah, like
sprucing the
Rocky
place up.
Balboa stuff. Oh no, it's Mrs. Doubtfire cleaning montage.
I was about to say I'm getting like Sophie from Howl's Moving Castle,
yeah.
but I'm also imagining a giant troll like Marm doing this.
It's Mrs. Doubtfire,
Okay,
but
I
Triple
can love
Marm. Like,
I'm not sure which one I like more, the Sophie
many.
or the Mrs. Doubtfire.
So
how about both? Can it be both?
we can do both, a combination.
All right. Well, from there, is there any last thing we need to do before we close the session? I think that's it. Alrighty then. Let's.
I
do
thi-
want to put up. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Vince.
Oh.
No. I did want to go with Jago, and I guess just everyone else close up for the rest of the day, and just go out to the local like farm areas.
Okay.
Maybe pick up some ingredients, but at the same time take some of the stew, some samples of the shepherd's pie.
I think.
Alright.
I think that'll be a good place to pick up the next session, where you guys go to
Yeah.
the farmers market.
That's like a whole session in and of
That's a
itself.
I was gonna say a trip to the farmers
farmers
market. Yeah.
Let's do that.
For the last part of this session, I wanted to like go over to the bar and I'm going to pull out like a piece of parchment or something, and I'm going to write out an advertisement for werewolf pelts. What do you guys think is a fair price for a werewolf pelt?
God, I would have no idea.
I think
I don't know. It'd be up there, though.
I think it would be a direwolf pelt, actually.
Or whatever these creatures were that attacked us. I'm going to basically, because Durkin kind of, I mean, we've already talked about having a job board before, but then Durkin just was talking about doing
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, I like
so
that
I
as
think
well.
that would be cool
Yeah.
to do that, where we can put up bounties for certain kind of creatures or whatever, and then when people bring in these parts to us, then we can give them some gold for it, and then we can sell the parts or do whatever we got to do to make our money.
Yeah.
I love that.
So
okay, so
put up an ad for these dire wolves or these wolf creatures that attacked us, and
Yeah.
put a bounty on them, basically.
yeah,
I don't
let's
know,
go
a
ahead and do
couple
that.
hundred gold?
That's a lot of gold.
That's a lot of gold.
I'll figure out a role for that next time, but at least we know that you will have something out for adventurers who are visiting. There are some people in town that might do that, actually. We'll have to wait and see.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and do some rewards.
We do have to have gold to pay these people.
You got cash dice, yo. All right.
That's true.
So
You do.
who here? Let's start with Fate. So who here started using their beliefs in a fun, entertaining manner?
I kind of possibly worked against my belief.
Which one?
I aim to teach them and educate them about their wrongdoings.
You didn't roll for it though, and he didn't seem too intimidated
true.
or, pushed against with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe if you make it a role to really convince someone, like you're going to confront them and be like, "Yo, you're going to change your mind right now." So I think the way you want to like tackle your beliefs is you want a dice roll to tell the story to go this direction.
Yeah.
So those are the things that you should be.
I really think those.
Yeah, I think I hit mine with my cooking.
Alrighty.
And
Yeah,
that,
you totally
food
did.
and drink is the greatest unifier.
Yeah, you totally did.
Yeah, I feel like I did.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you totally did that.
With the meat as well, bringing them out, trying to talk them into the
Yes.
Yeah.
that's come in and selling them on the meat that I have.
Yeah.
The stability and the sun, I think, did. But then again, if it's in fun and interesting ways, I yeah, I met the belief, but I'm not sure if it was particularly fun or interesting. But
We would know. We would know if something came up and you were like, "Oh!" But let's move on to instincts. Did anybody's instinct get them into a dangerous or difficult, awkward situation?
Possibly. I mean, I showed favor to the non-human patrons.
You were actually. I would allow that.
I meant. I cannot help but sneer and make a rude comment towards ignorant customers, which...
So, does it count if Kisa made all of us feel awkward?
I mean...
Yes, because none of you really tried to stop her.
Does it count, though, with me and the fact that I...
You would get a favor.
Made a
Well,
You would get
I tried to stop her.
You did.
I feel like I did too.
Tried to call her in the kitchen.
No, you guys stood on the wayside
So I gotta think,
initially.
okay.
until it was too late.
Until it was too late.
It's just how she is, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just jump to persona points from there.
Okay.
So, did anybody complete a belief?
Nope.
Okay. So we're looking for like the personal goals, if those got worked into.
Like
Then
completed, that we'd have to make a new belief because it's over? Kind of completed?
you can sometimes. Beliefs can change over time, and you can sort of reorganize a belief to aim at certain things. So you could definitely change beliefs before or after a session.
I'm teaching my son brawling. He will be prepared for the world.
I love that. Actually, yeah, you did do that. I think you get a fate
Yeah, you did.
or a persona point. Because you did
I don't
spend
feel
a
like I
roll for that.
completed anything.
Yeah.
I was trying to get Abby to learn the hammer, but apparently she already knows all about the hammer.
I've got a 2 and hammer, so.
Victor, I also think you
And
Does it
completed.
count on game winnings?
What was that?
I was gonna say, Victor, I think you get a persona point because of your cooking belief.
Oh,
Like you definitely
Yeah.
showed him you're a fucking chef.
yes.
Oh, yeah. You are the Gordon Ramsay of dwarves.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't roll anything today. I just did helping dice. So.
Yeah. Let's see. We did start a little
I
bit
just rolled
late.
for my
so-
tracking.
Hence why I'm-
Helping's just as important.
Yeah. Hence why I'm sort of
Yeah, I
trying
just don't
to.
know if I should get a fate point out of it as well, or a personal point.
We did.
Before.
If you try to go in your beliefs, like try to charge and get them, you can get a fate point, I think. But for persona points, you really have to work for them.
Yeah, I don't feel like I did enough to get a persona point.
So
I mean, I was working towards the betterment of the bar and all of that, defending everybody, but I didn't make any rolls, and I don't feel like I really earned one.
Yeah.
mhm.
More of a roll thing, yeah.
Yeah, we can totally like move on to MVP and workhorse if you like. See if because since you helped so much, I feel like you might get the workhorse.
For sure.
Because
Yeah,
you seem
for
to
sure.
have a skill for everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was like all the things.
Yeah. So I think you can get a.
Jago is ready. Oh, you need me to sweep?
Yes.
No problem.
I'm an old rat.
I got it, guys.
I'm an old rat with many skills.
Yep.
Love it.
So now, what about MVP? Who do we think really deserves? Because I feel like I'm
wanna say
leaning
that-
towards Victor.
I want to say Victor too, because that
Yeah.
pie, dude.
Yeah.
That pie.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doubled,
That was pretty good.
doubled the expectations.
That
Yeah.
was pretty good.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Pretty bad. That was on point.
So
Yeah.
from there,
Thank you.
let's go ahead and give good old Victor the Dwarf a fantastic.
Is that persona point?
Yep,
MVP?
those are persona points, friends.
Okay.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Nice.
And there appears to be nothing else up for us. So let's go ahead and get ourselves swinging down to announcements. Basically, Burning Wheel, I think we're having a good time. Anything, like, I wish, like, this sessions could be longer, because we really, like, have a lot to tackle. But my internet got a little funky. I woke up from a nap.
You had to wait for me and my computer problems.
We had 3 out of 5 like failures of technology
impressive.
today, folks.
And
Yeah.
we still got into it. So I'm really glad we got back into Burning Wheel. It's been a lovely time with you guys. So let's go ahead and just go around, sell yourself out to people and whatnot, and then I'll go ahead and do the last announcement, and we'll get out of here.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Abby, you want to lead us?
Sure. You is awesome. I love Burning Wheel. Thank you guys for having me. My name is Abigator Frenzy. Sometimes I stream, but not that often. I'm going to start a mouse guard campaign, and I'm still looking for another mouse. So if you're interested in playing a tiny mouse in my mouse guard campaign, let me know. You can Twitter message me or whatever. I love you guys. Okay, bye.
Wow. Sufficient. Indigo. What about you, buddy?
Why do I gotta follow that? My name is Indigo. You can find me on Kronos_World doing all kinds of crazy stuff. We have shows, Shadowrun show on Mondays. We have a D&D steampunk game on Wednesdays, and on Friday I do the it's a D&D battle arena, min-maxing murder hobo kind of a thing. It's a lot of fun. I just do the game show host thing and just make it as fun as I can. It's just kind of encounter based every week, so it's good times. Friday, very soon, or not Friday, but Saturday, very soon. Hopefully, we'll be having Mouse Guard playing on the channel. You can find Abigator wherever she is. She's going to been a lot of fun. Definitely like to see some faces hanging out and enjoy. And we got a lot of really cool stories happening, and it'd be definitely cool to see some new faces hanging out. But I appreciate everyone that does, and we will be seeing you around the world, around the internet, as well as on the forefront every week on Sunday.
World Wide
Come
Web.
see us. Come see us every Sunday. Hang out with us on the forefront because we love to have you here. It's true.
Thanks, buddy. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys pull out for the Mouse Guard game and all your other stuff. But speaking of other stuff, somebody's having
And
a
the
good
random
time.
laughter that is ensuing.
Let us go forth in this jolly moment. Go ahead. Oh no, she.
Who, me?
Oh yeah, you. I got frozen.
Okay, I was like, wait, what? Yeah, you cut out a little bit. My internet, I think, is like about to like go bye-bye. So I don't know. So I'll try and make this quick. I am Naomi too. If I freeze, I'm sorry. My internet's been hating me today. But yeah, I kind of stream very not often, not recently. I just been dealing with some in real life stuff. Hopefully, once I get into my own place and stuff, that I'll end up, like starting a lot more streams up and hopefully, entering more D&D games and such. But yeah, if you want to follow me, you can totally, go do that. I'll post a link here in just a second. But yeah, I have a lot of fun with this campaign and I love this campaign. You guys can find me in Discord. For his Discord, I'll post that in just a second as well. But I love this game. It's so much fun. And I promise you, I did not intend for Kisa to be this, like, bitchy and this, like, all this shenanigans happening. Like, that was not my intention with her when I started, so, like, hopefully it'll ease up as long as, if you talk to her, you might get her to calm down. So just FYI, little side note there. So, there's that thing. So,
I mean, to be fair, you're an elf person, and all these people keep walking in with elf wands and elf.
I know. What else is she supposed to do?
Like somebody dragging a dead corpse with them. Like, hey, I do magic with this, y'all.
For real though, like
I get it.
Come on.
I mean, that's
How
why.
can you not expect her to explode? Like,
Dago's been
I
defending.
mean, the guy's there with his staff. He puts his staff up. There's like an actual dude in the staff like this, like
yeah, like how is she not gonna be like angry about that?
It's
Like,
like-
come on.
Are you sure about this staff?
See, and it's funny because me as like a person, I'm like, yes, I understand you. Marm does not care at all.
Yeah,
She is just-
exactly. Exactly. Like, and that's the thing is like if someone would just
love
take
it.
the time to talk to her, you know, they might actually understand, and then she might actually not be such a bitch. So,
Yeah.
with that being
It's
said,
easier for Dago to
you know,
understand just because of how brutally treated the rodents have been as well, so he kind of understands what the elves have been through.
right, no, but like, and it's funny too because like, you know, you wanted to go talk to her, and I was like, that probably would work out, you know, like, but like she doesn't know that.
We'll go talk to her because Victor has no idea.
Well, I mean, we could start the session with next.
Really bad at that.
Yeah. But no, in all seriousness though, I love playing this game. It's so much fun. I look forward to it every Sunday, you know, and I'm sad when it doesn't happen. But you know, I totally look forward to this, like, you know, playing Kisa, trying out my British accent, which I'm sure is not the best British accent, but working on it. But yeah, so sometimes I kind of just break into normal accent modes, especially when I, you know, get into tangents like that. But I'm trying, I promise.
Dude, I loved the slip into the vampire accent. That was. You like this guy?
I'm Romanian.
I was just like,
I am Dracula.
That was not intentional.
it was so
It just-
awesome. Like the madder you got, the more vampire you sounded, and I was just like, holy shit.
I did not intend to do that. That was not intentional whatsoever. Oh, totally did not think that was going to happen. So yeah, I guess the bottom line is don't piss off an elf because she'll go into vampire mode.
Well,
So-
let's see what happens when you piss off a dwarf, which thankfully we did not see this time around.
It got
Can you give us
close.
a-
It got close. I heard that cook comment, and it was like
We've already seen this.
I'm sorry.
I heard that whole. He was about to like go over and start like shaking the counter, like the Ultimate Warrior, just start shaking the counter, and he was shaking the whole bar.
How dare!
Call me a cook.
Wow.
But she was like, no, chef. He was like, and then it just came down. It all came down, and he just focused on his food.
Oh my
Rustic.
god, that was
just
hilarious.
cooked. Okay.
The salt
He
comes.
just
was
like he
great.
doubled down and he just focused on his food. Like I'll show him. I just picture him like just grabbing just spices and stuff and just like splashing spices everywhere.
Oh, that was funny
Cooking.
though.
See, and
I
that was
love
part of the reason why I was like, hey, why don't you go take him a beer?
Here you go. Go down.
Wow. Alright.
But I love playing Victor. Victor is so much fun to play. Even more than that is the fun of playing with all of you guys every Sunday. I missed last Sunday, unfortunately. Real life stuff. Yeah.
We're so glad to have you back, though.
Yeah.
Get back to the
missed
fun.
his- We missed the dwarf and his raging chef shenanigans.
The Force impersonation was pretty spot
Oh my
on.
god, though. Did you get to hear that at all?
I did, and it was amazing.
Okay, because I was telling him, I was like, yeah, he approves.
It was amazing.
Yeah, wholeheartedly. No, it's great to have you back. But I just want to say, I mean, I want to give a special thanks to Four, because, you know, without him, you know, we wouldn't even be here playing this, you know, playing these different campaigns and learning this new system, you know, and a fun system at that, you know, and it sounds complicated, and, like, when you first start out it is, but it's, like, a lot like Mouse Guard. And, you know, it's actually, like, super fun. Like, the things that you can get away with. I mean, hell, I have waiting tables and soothing platitudes as skills. Like, I'm pretty sure that no other game,
Soothing.
like, will let you have that.
Platitude.
Yeah. Like, seriously, though, like, I don't think there's another game out there that would even have those as skills. So it's, like...
Yay, Burning
it's kinda
Wheel.
fun. Yeah, it's
Burning
such a great system, you know.
Waiting
to play.
tables. The long
So, and it's
lusted
really,
after skill.
yeah. Yeah, it's really, like I said, without 4 here, I mean, we wouldn't be here, we wouldn't be streaming for you guys, so definitely give
It's
it
compliment 4 time.
So.
Well, I'm gonna put an end to that.
Is it my turn?
He is though.
Oh my god, I'm gonna put an end to that because I can be even greater than I am right now. Do you know how? By buying me fucking bows.
Yes.
Do it.
Because that
hair needs to be adorned with the bows.
Yeah, I literally have so many bow colors and so many lipstick colors, but I don't have like
the hair. The hair needs to be.
The hair is going to be updated. The hair is going to be updated.
I know. Yes.
I
was so looking forward to
that. Okay.
Like, his hair gets more volume with each compliment.
It just goes fast.
It's not his head getting bigger.
It absorbs compliments like a sponge.
It's gonna get to a point where it just like covers like the entire screen, and all you're gonna see is like hair, like Forrest's face, and then just hair.
It's gonna be like a
don't even get like the shoulders or anything. It's just gonna be straight like hair.
Sir Aaron, it is waiting tables is not a joke skill. We are proving that in this campaign. Good God, we are proving it.
If you've ever been a server, you would not say that.
Yes, I worked in a restaurant for 3 years. Yes, it is a skill that takes skill to master.
And
maybe I'm just salty because I'm not good at that skill.
I've been server several times, and there's no jokes about that.
No, there isn't. I've seen it. It's not. Yeah.
How else are we gonna get those taxed resources back? Oh my god. Well,
taxation is theft.
Well, that's our session. That's our game. Later today at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, as I understand it, I'll be running the Dark Spring, which is a mouse guard game over on Exploding Dice. We'll be missing a Drunkly, but they are going to assassinate a Tunnel Lord of Dark Heather. So if you want to see...
That sounds interesting.
Of course they are. Why wouldn't they?
If you want to see a marvelous mouse guard game with amazing characters, fantastic players, my most proud campaign yet, I think, by all means, cool. come visit if you can. I'll have to update the look because the lipstick will be faded by then, but it'll be my first really big debut.
Because it matches and it's poppin'. I'm all for this.
It's awesome.
I'm really happy about it. So yeah, that's really all I got. That's really all I got for you guys. Let's go ahead and break it down. We're gonna drop out and wish you all a happy Sunday. Another thing, I might be starting Twitch RP for Ark.
Oh yeah, I saw you talking about that on Discord.
So I might do it later today. I might actually start, and you can meet the character that I'll be playing. Just like I don't know how long I'll be playing, but
do you have a name for him?
Yes, his name is Kuda. Hold on, Kuda Shuda from the Wuda tribe.
I love it. Wow. I love it.
That is a mouthful.
That is great.
The Kuda Wuda from the...
His name is Kuda Wuda from the Wuda tribe.
From the Wuda tribe.
Kuda Shuda from the Wuda tribe.
Kuda Wuda.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, the puns. The puns.
I'm really looking forward to it.
I love them so much.
What are you playing this character for?
Twitch RP. It is this fantastic roleplay server for Ark Survival Evolved, which is a very big survival dinosaur game.
I was gonna say, think Minecraft, but bigger, prettier, and with dinosaurs.
Pretty much.
It's like a video game, and you guys are role playing stuff.
Yes, yeah. They have a new season going on that's very fantasy focused, and this character is. I'll go ahead and spoil it. He's a halfling lycanthrope.
Yes.
So I'm going to be. There's a lot to him. It's not just your regular lycanthropes, because I really wanted the otter mask in the game.
Oh my god!
But
you wear otter?
I wish I could wear the otter mask, but the DLC really won't let it transfer to the server.
Were Otter is the best. Yeah, my god!
It's gonna be a halfling were otter, and
that is great.
I'm looking forward to it.
You just blew me.
Yeah,
Oh, I
actually get
cannot wait to see
You
that
actually get a
series
real
happen.
otter as a pet and put it on it.
That's his son. I gotta find him first.
The Otterception.
Yep.
Otterception.
Marv has inspired me.
You can't have an otter-trimmed cloak or anything like that. That would be so bad.
No, he's saying how
No,
he has a pet
No,
otter.
in art,
Like
you
a
can,
living,
you can wear
breathing
some
otter.
animals. Like, they'll crawl on your shoulder.
Yeah,
It like looks like it's an otter-trimmed coat, but then it's really an otter.
that would be amazing.
It's like,
I would love that.
Yes, yes,
It
yes.
might work if you use the fur armor and color it a certain way.
just
Oh
let
my
it
gosh,
wear, like,
Ken!
a thick
I
coat.
now I haven't figured out how to paint my armor or paint myself.
Oh, trust me, people will teach you how to do that.
Thank goodness.
Don't worry.
Easy.
Yeah,
yeah.
don't worry. There's YouTube videos. There's like tutorials on every little thing
Yeah.
involved with Ark.
I want to
Well,
do that.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah,
If
I'll
my
let you guys
computer
know.
could handle it, I would.
I'll let you guys know if I can if I'll start that later today. But in the meantime, I hope all of you have a splendid day. And gosh
Yeah.
darn, we'll see you next time on the forefront. All right.
Totally.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Oh shit, that's not an outro. There we go.
That's not bad.
That's not the outro.
I mean, bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye!